some bloke standing about. I mean, it's a nice place to stand. Why not? Quite scenic. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Traveling the World using Google Maps Street View imagery. Today I have something for you and for me that I wanted to do for some time. I just didn't really know how to approach it. I still don't really know, but I think I'm onto something here. I think I've created a little sort of challenge or narrative. We'll be going to Birmingham. Birmingham is the UK's second biggest city by population, perhaps not the second biggest urban area. I found some data where Greater Manchester has more people living in it than Birmingham is called like Midlands or something. We'll see in a second. And of course, London is the biggest, but I was asking myself for some time, and that's why I struggled with this video. What is there in Birmingham? What can we find there? Is there anything we know? Is there anything interesting in Birmingham? Just as a sort of somewhat provocative little research question. So a little introduction. According to this Statista graph from 2021, Birmingham is, with 1.12 million, the second biggest city, and I would say by far in the UK, in front of Glasgow, Leeds, Liverpool, Edinburgh, Sheffield, Manchester, Bristol, Leicester, and of course behind London. If we look at urban areas, then Greater London is by far the most populated, including London, and Greater Manchester, and then West Midlands, where Birmingham is located. They are kind of close. I found some other data where this is the other way around, but I would say they both have around 2.5 million people. But Birmingham as a city, which I'm interested here, is UK's second biggest city. And just to give you an idea, 1.1 million people is quite big by European standards, so that here, in this list of cities with over 1 million inhabitants in the world, we find Birmingham on the spot 394. So I will give you a few cities that are more famous, you might know more about than Birmingham. For example, Omsk, Bishkek, Krasnodar, Yerevan, Cologne, Ottawa in Canada, Voronezh, perhaps if you're a little bit into geography, Perm, so many of the Russian big cities, Volgograd, Cartagena in Colombia, Odessa, Edmonton in Canada, Islamabad in Pakistan. Some of them are really, well-known cities, but they are all smaller than Birmingham. So I guess let's find out why that is the case. Why don't we know anything about Birmingham? What is there to know? And I will go into the map. Birmingham is located here. I guess you could say somewhat halfway between London and Manchester, the West Midlands. And I will do it like I did with Milan and Paris. Gosh, that was hard. And I will go on Birmingham's Ring Road, circle the center. I would say I have to find something that I will remember, which I think is my fear a little bit with this video, that everything looks a little bit squishy mushy. I will not be able to even remember where I started to circle the city. But let's just say I'm going... Okay, let's just go onto the map and see what we can find. See, that's what I mean. How would I remember that I was here already when I complete the circle? Let me go somewhere where... Let's say here with this BP gas station. Ah, it's left traffic. Oh, of course it is. With this BP gas station, when I arrive here again, we have made one rotation around the city center. So without further ado, let's get right into it. To your information, this journey should be 10, a little bit more than 10 kilometers, so not the world. And the question is also how sort of big is the city center? Like, are we, when we travel the ring road around it, even getting a sniff of that? Because if you remember in the Paris video a few weeks ago, there was really nothing to see, and it was very, very hard. So I'm having higher hopes for Birmingham. But let's see, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself again. Some bus depot and some maybe older factory in the background, some Volkswagen outdoor house car dealership. Clean air zone. Uh-huh. So maybe Birmingham has a problem with clean air or not. It looks very luscious and very green, I have to say. If you are like me and you follow the GeoWizard videos frequently, he did this trip through Birmingham, which was a great watch, and I love his videos, but it also showed, and I think that was a little bit his prompt as well, that there's actually not so much to see in Birmingham. There are these canals, but like we are talking like muddy brown water. It's not like these Venice canals from another video, which were also dirty waters, but at least they were turquoise. So anyway, some kind of apartment building, loads of construction. I mean, maybe the nice things are not yet built. It's a possibility. Uh-huh. Lots of traffic here, of course. At least the ring road is not sort of blocked off, and we can actually see something. Gosh, it was really hard in Paris. Like, I mean, I have misclicked and left the road 20 million times. How stressed it was. But these days are gone. Sun is out almost. And we are in bloody beautiful Birmingham. You know, in some ways, I can just chat the day away as we are not really seeing anything here. That would be interesting. In some ways, with this video, I want to ask another broader, perhaps more theoretical question that is, what do you need in order to do sightseeing? Like, how do you, perhaps as a tourist, classify an area as being worth visiting and another area not? Like, do you need to have an old church? Do you need to... 1 second. Now it happened to me. Do you need some sort of beautiful park? Do you need some museum? And I'm sure that all exists in Birmingham, but of course it doesn't necessarily strike as a touristy place. But yeah, it's a bit of an interesting question because, you know, when you're a little bit more into... Oh, where's the ring road? Sorry, 1 second. Am I on the right track here even? Oh my god. I don't think I am on the right street. Let's say we're here in Duddeston. So I have to go out of this map again for a second. Because I kind of went the wrong way. So here's this roundabout where we just were and I went straight. Whereas I should have gone here. Gosh, I'm very sorry. What a mess already. Look at this. What I'm getting from this is that you should keep clear. Well, I think they had too much paint left over. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times keeping clear here. Well, whatever. Yeah, so basically, why do some people go to Barcelona and not to, oh my God, where am I? Not to Birmingham. What's there more to see? Because, there's also something to see in Birmingham. Maybe it's not so nice, but does it necessarily mean that's not worth visiting? How do you classify niceness? So I think, Birmingham City could do with a rebranding of like, everything is worth seeing. Come to Birmingham. Come for a spa weekend to our beautiful town. Look at these blocks because why not? This is also architecture. This is also the manifestation of an idea that's a sign of the time, a visual language of the time when it was built. So in that sense, quantitatively speaking, there's nothing more or nothing less to see in Birmingham. So we're really just onto the question of whether there's something nice or not. This house on the right, I would, for example, say it's nice. Looks semi-abandoned old factory, but when you come here, you would want to see a factory. What else would you want to see? I mean, these tower blocks, yeah, sure. I mean, why not? Why not? A little bit dirty here, but hey, okay. I mean, that's a big city, Of course, there's gonna be some rubbish. Just want to have a quick look at the sign. Just to see if West Bromwich, Soho, Kidderminster, Dudley. West Bromwich, perhaps I know from football. Here we have the canals, botanical gardens, theaters, National Sea Life Center, museums, art galleries, jewelry quarter, cathedral, Soho House. I mean, to me this sounds very promising. Absolutely promising. Very sort of like there's loads to do. You probably need more than one short afternoon. But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. Not because there's really nothing to see, just because I don't know how many things I can say. I've said already the things I had prepared for myself. I fired them in the first 5 minutes. So what else can I say? But yeah, I would say I complete my circle. Cemetery or graveyard, or how do you say in the UK? I complete my circle, and yeah, then maybe we cut through the very city center if we can, just so to give it a chance. I mean, not want to get ahead of myself. Maybe there's something really nice to be found here on the roadside. I mean, these houses are nice. I think they are very generic. He's not breaking in, is he? No, he's just a window man. So they are very nice, but these towers are just very defining visual. But if you look down here, looks like a city center street. It looks kind of nice. Like what comes to mind? Northern Quarter in Manchester, perhaps. Or brick houses, renewed, reused old factories. Now there are some coffee shops with Starbucks colors, but that are not Starbucks. Do I have to go? I have to go straight. Okay. Traffic is heavy here. How comes in the UK that, by the way, the tarmac is sometimes so red? It's just paint, or like, I don't know, it's this like red brick color that I don't think helps very much to make something look nice. I mean, I'm sorry. It's okay, of course, but like, I don't know, it just somehow makes it look a bit dirty, isn't it? Doesn't it? Here we have a canal, one of them that Geo Wizard traveled. And like, I mean, okay, I don't know if you can even go down there, I guess. There was a staircase or something. But it doesn't look like at night, it doesn't look too safe. Does any one of you know about the story from Manchester of the Manchester Canal killer? That, over the last couple of years, last couple of years, I don't know, some 80 people or so drowned or died in or by the canals. And there was the search for potential murderer. Very drastic story, but many people speculated that, well, there's no rail on the canals. They go through very busy bar lined, bar patched, restaurant patched areas. So maybe these are just drunk Brits having fallen in, which would not include that some of them were, did actually have encountered someone in the lonesomeness of the night that they should not have. But anyway, here something goes visually on. This is, I mean, if I wanted to make a steep statement, I would say this building that has Broadway on it is some version of the London Barbican, just without everything that makes the Barbican. Without the ornaments, without the greenery, without the water, without the potentially nice bars, cafes, whatever you find there. Mm-hmm. And I'm on the wrong road. Close your eyes, close your eyes. We're not supposed to see this. No, don't look. Let me go back here. Continue. Like, why is it even so difficult to stay on this road? I think one of the reasons is that this ring road is not even so much bigger. I mean, it has 3 lanes. Okay, but it doesn't seem so much bigger than many of the other roads, so I'm like easily confused. I mean, the architects don't really help the city if they build something like this. Like, how long are you expecting this to look okay? Ugh. Oh, yeah. I'm sure Birmingham is a good university. Wow, look at this. Is this graffiti or is the canals? Wee. Suddenly we can even go by the canals. Wee. Let's go back to Islington Row Middleway. But these canals looked nice. I'm already venturing off, like with this inner desire to, go wherever it looks a little bit nicer than we are. Which would be maybe a nice sort of challenge for after having had the first impression from the ring road, that we go towards the city center and whichever street looks nicer than the one we are on we go. But it might also be that, look at this weather. It might also be that we end up not going anywhere. We might end up being stuck, if we end up on the nicest street. That's it for us then. I'm sure that some of my British viewers, as far as Birmingham goes, it's not Blackpool or something, I'm sure you have all one other place that you can always put your fingers on and be like, yeah, Birmingham, I know what you mean, but have you been to Blackpool? You do I have to go? Yeah, I have to go this way. The weather changes really quickly here. 4 seasons in a day, as they say. And this little journey that we do here is no exception to that. Double-decker bus. Kind of a newer one. How are people looking? Are they excited? Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we come. Okay. I am, I think, on the right track. Which has really turned out to be one of the harder challenges here to stay on track. Now I'm already looking out for the BP gas station. Oh, look at this. Some shenanigans went on here. This pillar has been put there on the side. I'm sure the police is underway. Bit laggy internet, but yeah, okay. I think I am on the right way anyways, so that's good. What kind of video would it be then? Trying to travel the Birmingham Ring Road, but failing. Again, so many road markings. I mean, it's not like art, you know? It's supposed to be a functional sort of information. Oh, yeah, more. Uh-huh. Gosh, looks like with one eye closed, it could look like Detroit. I say it. I put this information out there. This also looks like something GeoWizard traveled through. Oh my, oh Birmingham. Oh Birmingham, where have you gone? You know, even when I tried to find a picture for the thumbnail, there were loads of pictures on Wikimedia. But you know, none of them screamed like, hey. So in the end, I just chose this picture from the skyline. Some bloke standing about. I mean, it's a nice place to stand. Why not? Quite scenic. Alright, and here we are having completed one rotation. Now, let's cut to the city center as quickly as we possibly can. And follow this road. Oh, I mean, this don't trust Boris. Beham has spoken. Boris, I guess, is Boris Johnson, not president, but prime minister. I mean, former or current? No, now it's Richie Sunak. Former. Sorry, I'm so confused. But it looks a bit, I don't know, this eastern city center ring road. Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's some beauty in this, but like, I don't know. One nice thing that I also put on the thumbnail, more or less on purpose, was this Selfridge department store that is architecturally quite interesting. It's also quite old. I don't know how old. Something between 20 and 50 years. Perhaps a bit older than 20. Oh. I mean, it's kind of nice. Chunks of metal. Some arty stuff going on here. This looks nice, I have to say. Also, by the way, this looks nice. What in the hell is this? Someone living here? No. Quite nice. So I think if I'm just staying on the ring road, then what am I expecting? But then I can also say, okay, if the city is not delivering on the ring road, then it's not my task to go and hunt for the beauty myself. It should just be so apparent and come to my eye. Here we have a little bit of the skyline. I mean, Birmingham is a fairly big place. I don't think that I could find this department store just so without actually looking for it on the map. Oh. But at least it looks nicer. Oh, what am I talking about? There it is. Oh my god. What kind of organic future forward architecture? Huh? No hard edges, of course. It's a construction site, of course. Now here in March 2021. One of these fell off. Oh my god, but it looks crazy. I really, really like that. I wrote about that building in some article where it was about a certain style of architecture that this building is one of the very few examples in the world of blobism. I think it was called blobism. You know, the art museum in Graz is a blob. If you don't know it, check it out. It's worth every click. And this Selfridge, I think it's called department store here, is another example of blobism. And really one of the only, if not the only one in the UK. I mean, I'm sure that you can bend the definition and find a few others. And anyway, architectural styles are not so, it's not so easy or clear to just kind of like define them, because, some buildings have a lot of elements from one style but are not really that, or are perhaps from a different time, or of a material that is not typical for the style. So it's really more of a suggestion or the attempt to sort of categorize something that is relatively difficult to categorize. In fact, it looks a bit posher here. You can always tell that the posher something gets in the UK, the brighter the stones get. The red brick houses is kind of this working class vibe, and white stone houses is kind of this upper class style. I don't know if you can generally say that, but I'm just putting it out there. Maybe one of you has a better idea. Oof, this is some architecture that, I mean, if you just have this view, I would say we're in Australia. Surprisingly, it looks like architecture in a place where there's a lot of sun somehow. Or like this could be a building in like one of the early skyscrapers in Dubai, perhaps. That's how this looks. We're now, by the way, just more or less randomly exploring the city center, kind of going wherever it looks nicer than where we are. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you feel already like you have gotten an idea? I mean, here was some nice. Oh, this looks nice. Yeah, I mean, of course it looks very nice, but like this is like 1% of the city, and these are all kind of offices. Oh, vagabond shoes. Hello, I do like them. Oh, what kind of things you find when you're just randomly browsing? How long am I in? Oh gosh, I have to make this video. not too long. I will just kind of, oh, my stomach. I will just kind of stop the video. If when you want me to click, just kind of stop the video when we have a nice view, I would say. Let's go down here. We're actually not allowed to drive in here, I know that, but we're basically driving backwards, I guess. Ooh, this looks like the ground used in tiny places in Western Germany. Ugh, it's just so. Ugh. I don't know, not my cup of tea. Yeah, so okay. I think we found something interesting in Birmingham, but I'm not sure that. Oh, this is maybe nicer here. Um, Maybe this is a nice view with the tower at the end of the street. And these kind of Victorian houses? No, they are not, are they? So beautiful side of Birmingham. And yeah, I think it was fun, but I don't know. I am not feeling like I'm closer to understanding the city somehow. I don't really know. Like, also, of course, I don't know how people are. Are they really friendly? Perhaps not. So anyway, I will stop all my blabbering here. And thanks for watching. And I wish you a good day. Bye bye.